Look, no cracks. But I got the marks from when I flipped it on the grate for it to cool. No cracks. No cracks. No cracks. Oh, there's another one just like this. I bake one box makes 2 round cakes. All right, let them cool a little bit more. It won't be 5-10 minutes. I'll be able to put some icing on them puppies. I'll take a puff. See that cake I baked that day that Mary cried that, oh, it's got a crack in it. It's because I put the whole batter in one pan. I made one cake out of it. That's why that fucker was that high. And you would slice that in half and, put icing and put the other half back on top. Pretty fucking simple. It ain't hard to bake a cake. What's hard about baking cake is when you have to make enough for fucking 200, 300, 400 people. That's when it gets hard. Much less 50 or 60 people. So I got buttercream frosting. No, I didn't buy any sprinkles. I thought about butterscotch morsels. So here's a chat to come in. Wiggins got me blocked. And he commented about it on his fucking stream today. I understand it. But fucking, I let Gotti up here, and that fucking Wiggin come in here and fucking rant and rave about Gotti, and there he is up there. I'm gonna fucking settle this shit tonight, boys. Wiggin, you wanted me to troll Gotti, which I did. He fucking used to block me all the time. The fucker had a wrench in JC's. He's the one that fucking timed me out all the time. You don't think I know what Gotti does, Wiggin? You fucker. The fuck is the matter with you, Wiggin? Why do you care so much about other guys sticking? Hey, Rocky. Why are you worried about people's sex life? Shannon said it. Yeah, there's going to be a thunderstorm, all right. Fucking microburst. So I'm gonna have cake to eat here pretty soon. Snack. You can't help people who don't want to help themselves. Yeah. Now, this is what I wanted to talk about when I went live. And this is what we have. I want to make it about me. I just want to make a point about something, but I have to use me. Okay. And we have Colin C running around calling Billy a pervert. Billy pervert, Billy pervert, pervert Billy. But yet there JC sits on her panel. She collects dick pics. Do I need to say any more? JC sits there and fucking talks dirty sex all the fucking time. They use it against people. And Colin C's calling me a pervert. This makes sense, doesn't it? Right, Colin? Colin, is JC perverted? Does JC do perversion shit on her fucking panel? Do they say things that are perverted, Colin? Huh? And Wiggins always fucking perverting everything. Everything's about you. You know, hey, he's not getting pussy or she's not getting cock. Oh, duh. My name is Tara Wiggin. Duh. How about it? Is JC a pervert? Wiggin, the fucking Colin C's runner. He's got shit on his fucking channel. Nobody goes and watches. He's been around since 2011 and he has 400 views. 400 views in 14 years. Nobody wants to see you, you fucking dumb fuck. Fuck. See, I'm not fucking timing everybody. Unless you get, you want to be derogatory. I went up on Wiggins' panel. He kicked me, put me backstage. He didn't want to hear it. You're welcome to come up, Wiggin. Oh, I'll even preempt my radio program at 6:00 if you're up here. 5:15. I'll give it another 5 minutes. I should be able to ice my cake. I'm fucking anxious to have a piece of cake and a glass of milk. I really am. Fucking pot makes me hungry. Beer makes me even more hungry. If I drink a beer, I gotta have something to eat. I like ginger brandy in my coffee. Black with ginger brandy. Coffee prices went up. I'm like, holy fuck. Hey, Rocky. I got good news for you, Rocky. You still here? That handle person you're talking about, Destiny, I got his handle. You see that, Rocky? That's who you're talking about. I found it. I told you I'd find it. Right there it is. There's his fucking channel right there. Destiny. That's his handle right there. So is JC a pervert? I should put that in my title. Hey, Colin C, is JC a pervert? You calling me a pervert? And I ain't even do anything. JC, that's all she talks about. She thinks she's some type of matchmaker or some fucking shit. Little Miss International. Then you got Wiggin. What I heard earlier on Rusty's chat. That's why I call that fucker wishy-washy right there. Back in them days, that's why I started calling that motherfucker wishy-washy. Because then the next day, he wouldn't be that way. Would you, Wiggin? Do you get that drunk? You forget what you did the day before, Wiggin? See, that's the difference. I'm not a drunk. I don't fucking sit around drunk all the time when I go fucking live. I smoke pot. You fuckers smoke cigarettes, so fuck you. That fucking Daughter of Truth was fucking chain smoking today, I bet. Yeah. As the chat's turn. So I'll leave the camera on. I'll mute myself. I'll turn my music on. It'll take me a few minutes to ice that cake. Here in a minute. Time is it? Easter, I always ask myself, what time is it? If I ask what time it is, don't answer. I'm just asking myself. Why did I get labeled the spammer out here? I don't spam. If I spam, I'd use robots. And then Tiffany made fun of me. She asked me how come I don't use them. I said, I don't use them. It's a sense. Oh, you can't make one. I know I could program fucking robots. Oh, fuck you, Tiffany, you fucking stupid bitch. Fucking sick of people like you. Will Durant fucking trying to troll me in Vegas. You know, Will Durant, you're just flat nuts is all you are. You don't get shit. Your fucking nickname is Flat Nuts. There ain't no Peter Pan about you. You're a fucking flat nut motherfucker. You don't even have an illegitimate child somewheres. I do. All right, I'm hungry. Cake. Yeah, cheers. I got to give my fans what they want. So, I'm eating on camera. And Alicia loves it when I do this. I know if I'm interested in a girl and she's eating and I'm watching her eat, that turns me on. Wigan, I think your girlfriend's turned on by me. Too bad she doesn't know how to find a real man. You really showed your hypocrisy today, Wigan. I guess a German lady appeared. That's probably Kelja. Who knows? Right? Yeah, you lied to me too. Rob Noxious thinks the Freemasons have some secret code and they got to crack it. Well, there is a secret code out here, and I cracked it. JC and Wigan. Yeah, Wigan, you won't talk to me one-on-one on your panel. You won't. So I had to be ugly today. Only I used the truth. You have to lie about me. Nothing you say about me is true, Wigan. Including when Brooke came here. You're bigger busybody than the women. Well, that was good while it lasted. I don't have to go outside and smoke a cigarette if I want to smoke. We'll see how long you last at this place there, Twig Boy. Twig Boy, yeah. Tiny wanker. That's right, Alpesh Patel. You're just a tiny wanker. Are you live right now, Alpesh? Are you live? The back door open again. Fucking flies come flying right in here. There's a farm not too far up the road. We live right in the middle of a fucking farming community. The wind is right. You can smell it. Yeah, we're getting some of that smoke from Canada here. Fucking smell. I thought somebody was burning garbage at first. That's weird, Acid. Your chat says you've gone to sleep and you're in my chat. Unless that's Tony cloning Acid. But you never know. People get bored and that's what they do. Oh. JC's live. Says here 12's watching. Excuse me. Belch. There, JC, I just gave you a view. I'm looking at your chat, JC. I got you turned down though. I guess I could mute myself and fucking turn you on and hear what you're fucking saying. Yeah, let's do that.
Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do. That young man, I forgive him.
One of the most meaningful moments in modern American history. Absolutely remarkable. Erica Kirk. How many people have it in them to do what she did? And what you saw on display yesterday was the absolute best version of humanity. The absolute best version of humanity. Because what you saw was authenticity. And by the way, authenticity top to bottom on display. Authenticity with the president, acknowledging that, you know what? I'm going to admit in my own way that Charlie Kirk, probably a bigger man than me in a lot of ways. We'll touch on that. The authenticity of Erica Kirk, walking her faith during absolute adversity. Now, we know what people are made of during times of maximum adversity. Oh my gosh. I mean, it was on display 2 days after the assassination with the amazing public appearance that she gave. What she did.
You just can't get enough, can you, Will Durant?
Unbelievable.
Whole different animal over here. You ain't dealing with Jara Wiggin.
And the very best in the Judeo-Christian values that this country is founded upon. That top to bottom was what was on display yesterday. I'm Brian Mudd in for
JC's got me blocked.
Then Mark will be back with you,
but she's still watching my chat because she knows what Tony's saying over here.
It's always an honor and a pleasure to be here with you, the host of the Brian Mudd Show, home station out of WJNO in West Palm Beach. You can catch me socially at Brian Mudd Radio and the Brian Mudd Show podcast, wherever you get your podcasts.
West Palm Beach.
I want to dive in and really walk
That's
you through.
That's kind of close to you there, Willie boy.
Aspects of the memorial, some of those next level kind of thoughts and conversations.
Yeah, but you have a wrench though, Patrick.
Also,
he can block you all day.
One of the things I realized
in the other chats, but you can't. He blocks you here. You can still see him.
You know, a lot of people are like,
he just doesn't see you.
Turning Point USA, and even people that
you can still time him out
with TP USA for some time
because you see, unless you have him blocked. If you have him blocked, then you can't see him.
So as you have the AOCs,
I figured that
rockets that are out there, you know, talking racism and really stupid things, you understand what Turning Point USA actually does. And by the way, in combating racism specifically, so I want to break down what it is that Turning Point USA actually does and what they stand for. It's far more than just Charlie Kirk having gone out and doing his Prove Me Wrong debates on college campuses. That's a big part of it, but just one sliver of it. And that continues as well. We'll talk about that because actually the next stop in the American Comeback Tour happening very shortly, the University of Minnesota. I also want to talk about what the resolutions mean. You heard about
I might have a couple of robots blocked, but that's about it.
The Democrats have voted against it, but do you actually know what's in the resolution? Very few people actually do. And
some people are just annoying.
There's a Senate resolution that passed as well, recognizing Charlie Kirk Day. It's going to be October 14th, his birthday. That passed with unanimous consent. What this means is, yes, you had 58 Democrats in the House that voted against it. Yes, that is reprehensible. But actually, only about 10% of the total congressional body voted against Charlie Kirk's resolutions between the House and the Senate. And so those who stand on that side of things are with the most radical 10% of the ignorant, godless, soulless, slanderous people in this country. That's who they're only part of the 10%. And that's something.
Yeah, he's got me blocked, or he blocked me. Will, you blocked me, Will.
In your community, people that you know.
Now that I think about it,
slander Charlie
a little bit more.
And say stupid things. Educators who are absolutely absurd. I'm dealing with one of those locally right now. It's Pinhead in Palm Beach County. Edwin Ferguson, a school board member who called Charlie a bigot or racist and referred to him as Hitler, while also admitting he had never even heard of Charlie Kirk before his assassination. I want to give you the information that arms you against those types of situations as you come up against them. Again, based upon, in many cases, how representation within your state would have voted, including, by the way, I mean, with unanimous consent, all the senators in all the states. So we're going to get into that. I also want to hit at the onset here, though, the news that broke this afternoon with Jimmy Kimmel. So news is that, yes, ABC is going to bring back Jimmy Kimmel tomorrow. Okay. Now, here is the really interesting thing to me in this. Fox News, they reached out to ABC for comment after this decision was made. Here's a quote from ABC back to Fox News. They said, last Wednesday, we made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation and an emotional moment for our country. It's a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. We've spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy. Did he have blackface on while you're having them? Or just a question. And after those conversations, we reached a decision to return the show on Tuesday. Anything jump out to you in that statement? It's a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. Okay, ABC, when would the right time have been to slander the situation? When would the right time have been to demonstrably lie to the viewers, to say that the left-wing activist was actually a member of MAGA? When would that appropriate moment, is it tomorrow? Would that be the appropriate time for Jimmy to have gone on and said that? So that's interesting. ABC doesn't, apparently by their own statement, find what Jimmy Kimmel said to be a problem, just the timing of it. So know that. Here's the next piece that's also really important because everybody's just kind of reporting this as, oh, Jimmy Kimmel's back tomorrow. I mean, maybe online. They can always do that. You don't have to have an FCC license to do that online. Broadcast television, different thing. Here's the real question. It's not about whether ABC is bringing Kimmel back. It's about whether the affiliates are bringing Jimmy Kimmel back because ABC was never taking the lead in this thing. Disney, woke as they are, did not take the lead in this thing. It happened with the affiliates. The way this went down last week, it was Nexstar that went first, then Sinclair. Those are the two most significant ABC affiliate owners in the country. So they were the ones that said, you know what? We're out on Kimmel. And then after they were out, and basically there was not going to be anybody to broadcast to, ABC went, okay, I guess we're going to pull the plug too. So that is the next piece here. As of just before the start of this show, I have not seen anything from Nexstar or from Sinclair about whether they had any intention on broadcasting Jimmy Kimmel. So could they just go ahead and do something straight to online? Yeah, they could do that. But that is really what is worth watching in this whole Jimmy Kimmel thing. So, yeah, important to know ABC's position. Also important to watch the affiliate situation. The Blessing is a song that was written by Kerry Jobe and Cody Carnes. Several years old now. Just a beautiful, amazing song. And I began to get the feel for what this was really going to be, which was a true celebration of life. That it would be inspirational, that it would be the best that humanity has to offer, which it delivered on. And that's when I began to understand what I needed to do for the broadcast yesterday. Pick up there next. Brian Mudd in for the great one, Mark Levin.
WMAL. When was the last time you bragged about your wireless company? Like, did you know my wireless company gave away 1,000 American flags to deserving vets and forgave $10 million in veteran debt? Did you know my wireless company raised almost $500,000 to help prevent veteran suicide? In other words, when your wireless company is Pure Talk, there's a whole lot to brag about. You can even brag about the coverage you get with Pure Talk, a 5G network that is insanely fast, dependable, and secure. And you can definitely brag about how much money you save with Pure Talk. Unlimited talk, text, plenty of data. Just $25 a month, saving the average family over $1,000 a year. It's time to switch to my favorite wireless company, Pure Talk. Just dial pound 250 and say keyword Mark Levin. Save an additional 50% off your first month. Again, dial pound 250, say Mark Levin, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will help you switch in as little as 10 minutes. Pure Talk, wireless worth bragging about.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station.
Making sense of the news.
News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 6:30. I'm Heather Curtis. Stepped up charges filed against a 17-year-old who allegedly shot and injured an off-duty D.C. firefighter on Saturday night while stealing his phone. U.S. Attorney for D.C. Janine Pirro says the teens
Charged with armed robbery while possessing a firearm.
And other charges for which she says there's a mandatory minimum 5-year sentence. Her office and the mayor are also working to see how long it took to send help. Gary Zekian says he was on hold with 911 for 3 minutes before calling his own fire station, which responded in seconds. Breaking this hour, the search is on for 2 men wanted in connection with the kidnapping and fatal shooting of a man found dead in an apartment on Montrose Road in North Bethesda yesterday morning. Montgomery County Police say after 29-year-old Akwalabang Fontava was shot, the suspects kidnapped another man and woman who were inside the apartment. The man was later released. Detectives found the car, woman, and Shelton Boykins at Montgomery Mall. Boykins was arrested. The other 2 men remain on the run. Traffic and weather next.
Stop settling for weak sound. It's time to level up your game and bring the boom. Hit the town with the ultra-durable LG X Boom portable speakers and enjoy vibrant sound wherever you go. Elevate your listening experience to new heights because, let's be real, your music deserves it. The future of sound is now with LG X Boom. And for a limited time, save 25% at LG.com with code FALL25. Bring the boom. X Boom.
I eat 3 a day and I'm swole.
Here's Michelle Murray in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
The earlier accident on 295 southbound after South Capitol Street cleared, but some delays remain from Malcolm X Avenue to the Naval Research Lab. And the disabled vehicle on 395 southbound after Seminary Road has been cleared, but it is still slow from Washington Boulevard. Westbound 66 after the Fairfax County Parkway, an accident blocks the 2 right lanes and traffic is very slow from Fair Oaks, and your delays continue beyond that towards Centerville. In Gaithersburg, eastbound on the Intercounty Connector after 370, an accident moved to the right shoulder. Traffic is jammed from 355. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Tonight, partly cloudy with lows in the lower 70s. Right now, 76 in Washington. I'm Heather Curtis on WMAL.
This week on Celeb News, Hollywood's newest posse. It's DirecTV's Genre Packs. Curated collections of your favorite channels and streaming apps together. Check out The Bad Boy, My Sports, The Heartthrob, Mi Espanol, and The Hot One, My Entertainment, with Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max included. Starting at just $29.99 a month for the first 2 months. It's DirecTV like you've never seen it. New residential customers. All renews monthly. Price higher in 3rd month. Cancel anytime. Apps vary by path. Prices may vary for 3rd parties. Credit card and restrictions as well. 18 plus. See details at directtv.com/genrepacks.
It's sunshine savings at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Plenty of late model vehicles with low miles on the lot right now, like a loaded 2016 Lincoln MKX, only $15,999, or a 2020 Acura TLX. Beautiful. Low miles, just $27,999. A 2018 Toyota 4Runner, 59,000 miles, would look perfect in your driveway. Hey, the sun is shining at Widget Auto Sales on Anna Washington Street, and see them online at widgetautosales.com. The used car leader.
Stop settling for weak sound. It's time to level up your game and bring the boom. Hit the town with the ultra-durable LG X Boom portable speaker and enjoy vibrant sound wherever you go. Elevate your listening experience to new heights because, let's be real, your music deserves it. The future of sound is now with LG X Boom. And for a limited time, save 25% at LG.com with code FALL25. Bring the boom. X Boom.
The NFL season is rolling. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code HEART. That's code HEART to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first $5 bet. Plus over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Agent eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Fees may apply in Illinois. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
All right. Call in now. 877-381-3811.
And this May the 9th, Erica doesn't know this yet. We are going to give Charlie and Erica the greatest respect a college can give, an honorary degree.
It's Larry Arn, the president of Hillsdale College, and Brian Mudd in for Mark Levin. Mark is back tomorrow. Required reading in the meantime. If you haven't purchased your copy of On Power, you're behind the curve. And so you need to get on the ball and get your copy of On Power. Begin getting your reading in and get ready for Mark to be back with you tomorrow. Talking about the best of humanity being on display all throughout the memorial yesterday. Culturally, we saw the best that humanity has to offer with the artists that performed. And then that set the stage for the messages we heard and the authenticity that was behind them. I mentioned that I was feeling a lot of pressure, a lot of weight. I was kind of concerned not only to do justice for the broadcast I was called on to do yesterday, but then also the mood and to try to meet the memorial where it was at. And so I felt a lot of weight, pressure going into this thing about achieving those things. And then midday Saturday, when I kind of put the pieces of the tone and the way it was going to be said, the pressure came off and I actually began looking forward to it. And if you caught it yesterday, you understand everything I'm saying. If you didn't, you should. It's absolutely worth going back and taking it in, because what you actually saw was everything that Charlie was all about. From people you probably are not familiar with that were his friends, to key people at Turning Point USA, the leaders in faith to him, including his pastor, and then key political figures. And all that was appropriate. And all that was what not only Charlie meant to them, meant to the country, but also a peek into the people themselves. And I mentioned Erica, I believe, had one of the most important and significant moments in modern American history. It's this. For those of us who call ourselves faithful, What you saw with her is everything the rest of us kind of wish we would be. Most of us are pretty convenient in our faith, right? Where if we're halfway decent about it, we know the things we should be doing and things we probably shouldn't. We do the things we are called on to do, typically when it's convenient for us. It is clear that Erica Kirk and that Charlie were not those people. One of the most remarkable things about Erica's address at the memorial yesterday, aside from doing something that how many of us could actually do, forgiving her husband's assassin just 11 days after it happened, which is something that her faith calls on her to do, something that she explained. It's the ultimate in walking in one's faith. It's unbelievable. But it also is what's important in understanding Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA. One of the little annoyances to me since the assassination happened is how he has been defined to people as a conservative activist. Well, yeah, Charlie was that, right? It's accurate. I mean, it's not an inappropriate statement to call him a conservative, but that isn't the reason that Charlie Kirk became Charlie Kirk. That's also not the reason that he is dead today. Charlie Kirk became who he was. Turning Point USA became what it is for one reason above all others: faith. Charlie was the leading faith-based conservative activist out there. That's what made Charlie different. And that's what makes Turning Point USA different. And that's also why he is not with us today. You take a look at how many influential conservative activists are out there. And we've only had 4 non-office holders in American history that have been influential political activists that have been assassinated. The last preceding Charlie was Martin Luther King Jr. in April of 1968. What's different was Charlie's faith. And that is what was fully on display yesterday. Who he was, what he's about, what Turning Point USA is. You know, one of the things that really hit home, I know it did with my wife, and it ended up with me too. It's one of the many lessons that can come for all of us out of what took place yesterday. Erica, in the passion in her speech, at one point talked about how great their marriage was and how much Charlie loved her and how much she loved him. And I got a text from my wife saying that she hoped I felt the same way about her. It made me sad because I do. And I told her I do. But I told her that I'm not as good of a man as Charlie was. And that's the truth. You see how great the man was in moments like that, where his wife can inspire other people like that to be better people. Her speech yesterday helped inspire me to want to be a better husband to my wife. Because I do love her as much as what she was describing Erica was about Charlie. But my wife didn't know it because I'm not as good of a man. President Trump talking about Charlie, about how he would engage in discourse and not hold grudges and wanted to work things out. And Trump admitting, I really kind of hate my enemies. And Charlie wouldn't like that. That's Trump's way of acknowledging, you know what? Charlie was the bigger man than me. He was capable of doing things that I am not, at this point in my life, still able to do. I hate my enemies. Probably shouldn't do that. Charlie didn't do that. Charlie doesn't want me to do that, but I do. That wasn't their intent yesterday. But it actually, for me, was a massive takeaway because from just about everybody, just being authentic and being honest, you saw how truly great the man really was. And then you get the sense about the underlying importance of his organization. And so that is what I want to break down for you as well. So I mentioned at the onset, I've learned from so many people who really didn't know the extent of Turning Point USA. Even most people, they're like, yeah, you know what? I'm a fan of Charlie Kirk and I've been following him for years, that kind of thing. Did you know that Turning Point USA operates in 4 chapters, 4 movements? And these are important in understanding, not only for the organization, but also as you come across people that are bigoted, that are ignorant, what have you, combinations thereof, that want to argue against this. So the 4 chapters or movements of Turning Point USA are Blexit, Faith, Education, and Alumni. And the first one, as you have the Jasmine Crockett's that are out there, the AOCs and company, all these idiots out there that want to talk about race. Jasmine's are really upset because there are only 2 Caucasians that voted against the House resolution for Charlie Kirk. How dare all those other white people? It's a race thing. Here's the reason beyond Turning Point USA being a conservative organization, they were so upset about it. It's how effective they actually were in the Black community. Blexit is the largest minority grassroots movement in the country. And they say they shift culture through live events, grassroots organizing, inspiring educational initiatives. And the Blexit stands for Black Exit from the Victimhood Mentality. Boy, what greater threat is there to the Democrat plantation than that? Right? Who else is out there doing that in the conservative community? What other organization is out there actively working day in and day out for the Black exit from victimhood mentality? Turning Point USA is. That's why it's such a threat to people like Jasmine Crockett. It undermines everything that they try to keep in place. The victimhood mentality, the government program mentality, the broken family mentality. And they do this, by the way, not just for youth, because obviously that is central to Turning Point USA, but they offer the Blexit programs for adults as well. It focuses on civics, American history, and the influence of progressive ideology on the family. Then you get to faith. Turning Point USA Faith, they say they exist to unite the church around primary doctrine and to eliminate wokeism from the American pulpit. That was something else that Charlie was extremely passionate about. Part of the problem is you have people that are like, hey, you know what? I am a believer and I'm going to church, and then they're being led astray because you got these, woke progressives in there that don't go along with the religion at all. It's make everything up as they go. That is part of what Turning Point USA does. Education. So Turning Point Education, dedicated to reclaiming the education of children, reviving virtuous education focused on truth, goodness, and beauty, and restoring God as the foundation of education. Well, holy cow, how long have we talked about that? There are so many times we've had this conversation on the show, so many times that Mark has pointed this out in profound ways. But you can go back to the Supreme Court decision in 1962 that was misinterpreted, that ended up leading to an overreach by government agencies, eventually extending to the Department of Education, that really implemented the removal of God in any capacity from schools with its start in 1981. And you can draw a straight line between educational outcomes going down the drain in the United States, where we were second in education outcomes in 1981 at the onset of the Department of Education, where we're somewhere around 30th today. But also, you could draw a straight line to a dramatic increase in mental health issues. You can take a look at an increase in violence that went along with those mental health issues. I always point out that Columbine, that was the first generation raised under the Department of Education. Columbine 99, right? They were seniors. First full generation under the Department of Education. That was the onset of school shootings. And it's only gotten worse since, right? What changed? You could go into a JCPenney catalog as recently as 1984 and order a fully automatic weapon. Wasn't the weapons. We didn't used to have the mental health issues we have. What happened? Right? So the removal of God, any semblance of it in education. So what does Turning Point USA do? Work on restoring it. You see why there's such a threat. And then alumni, the fourth piece of Turning Point. Turning Point's Alumni Association, they say, exists to engage and activate the growing network of postgraduate activists through exclusive benefits, strategic program structure, increased communications. Turning Point USA Alumni Association aims to build pride, participation, and philanthropic commitment to Turning Point USA. So yeah, I mean, Turning Point USA absolutely led by Charlie Kirk's fearless Prove Me Wrong events on college campuses. The organization has been so much more in so many different ways. And that's why Charlie was such a threat. That's why Turning Point USA is such a threat. And that's why it's important that you know the truth about who they are and what they do. And on that note, just getting started. Going to give you a lot more. Brian Mudd in for the great one.
Mark Levin.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news. Your phone has a lot of apps, but how many of them help you make sense of your world? The new WMAL app gives you the latest headlines, perspective from the voices you trust, and weather info to keep you in the know, all without having to remember yet another password.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
Stream your favorite shows, get the day's top headlines, and access our podcast archives, all with the new WMAL app.
Thank you.
Get the WMAL app today on Google Play or the Apple App Store and stay connected.
The accident on westbound 66 after the Fairfax County Parkway moved to the right shoulder, but you'll still find delays from Fair Oaks. Eastbound on the Intercounty Connect after Shady Brook Road, that accident has been moved to the right shoulder. You will find an accident in Bethesda on Old Georgetown Road at Tuckerman Lane and on New Hampshire Avenue at Piping Rock Drive in Colesville. In Loudoun County, there is an accident that has Ashburn Village Boulevard closed in both directions to Route 7 and Russell Branch Parkway. And in Aspen Hill, there is a crash now reported on Bell Creek Road at Connecticut Avenue. Now from GarageRepair.com, the WMAL Still Watch 7 podcast.
Tonight, partly cloudy with lows in the lower 70s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with afternoon showers and thunderstorms, a high near 85.
Stop settling for weak sound. It's time to level up your game and bring the boom. Hit the town with the ultra-durable LG X Boom portable speaker and enjoy vibrant sound wherever you go. Elevate your listening experience to new heights because, let's be real, your music deserves it. The future of sound is now with LG X Boom. And for a limited time, save 25% at LG.com with code FALL25. Bring the boom. X Boom.
This week on Celeb News, the Hollywood glow-up you never saw coming. It's DirecTV. They're shaking things up with flexible options that fit any kind of taste and budget. They only look like $1 million, baby. They got packs with live TV and streaming for one sexy low price. Slay! Wait, DirecTV is receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. It's DirecTV like you've never seen it. Visit DirecTV.com today. New residential customers. Auto renews monthly. Cancel anytime. Credit card and restrictions apply.
This week on Sports News, football's newest star ain't no rookie, it's DirecTV. They make it easy to find your pro and college teams across live TV and streaming apps so you never miss a moment. And with access to your game stats and scores in one place, it's good. It's DirecTV like you've never seen it. Visit DirecTV.com today. Internet-connected Gemini device and separate subscriptions required. New residential customers, auto renews monthly.
Part to the switch over to the cheaper.
I'm leaving because I have company.
With Gas Buddy, though
So
Maryland is
I'm
an
leaving.
outlier with higher
I'll be back
prices
later.
due to what's called price cycling as competing stations slash then raise.